Ready! Yeah! Tarik kiri! Angkat berlari! Cepatlah! Hei! Boris! Berhenti! Boris akan menghadap ke hadapan. Ke kiri. Cek! Ke kanan. Lurus! Boris, tenang deh. Hei!
The parade commander for today's parade is Master Warrant Officer Wee Peng Chun. The parade sergeant major is 3rd Warrant Officer Ganesh. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome once again. Please join me in welcoming our guest of honor, Mr. Edwin Tong, Minister for Culture, Community and Youth, and 2nd Minister of Law.
Boris, ready! Yeah! Boris, hormat menteri. Hormat! Boris, ready! Yeah! Boris, tenang deh. Hei!
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Edwin Tong, Minister for Culture, Community and Youth, and 2nd Minister of Law, to address us. Minister, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow soldiers, very good morning to all of you. Today is Sabgome, or Yuan Xiaojie. It is typically celebrated as the last day of the Lunar New Year, with the full moon marking the end of 2 weeks of celebrations of festivities. But also on this day, same day, 80 years ago, instead of celebrating Lunar New Year, Singapore came under Japanese rule as the British surrendered. It was then the first day of the Lunar New Year that year. But it was also the start of one of the darkest periods in Singapore's history. What followed was 3 years and 7 months of hardship. Despite all odds, it was with a combination of grit and gumption that our pioneers survived the Japanese occupation. It is why we choose this day today to commemorate Total Defense Day, to remember that we only have ourselves to rely on, that we alone bear the responsibility of defending Singapore and keeping Singapore secure and sovereign. This floating platform bears significance to our wartime past. During the Japanese occupation, civilians and prisoners of war were forced to march from the city center here to Changi. So we stand here remembering our commitment to military defense, the reason behind the institution of national service. This year, we also mark the 55th anniversary of national service. Our recruits from the Basic Military Training Center, BMTC, who are here with us, will be receiving their SAR-21 rifles. This moment signifies the transition to adulthood, and with it, the duty of defending and safeguarding Singapore. our home, and our future. To the recruits, I wish you all the best in your basic military training. Work hard, stay determined, and look forward to the day that you become operationally ready soldiers, ready to join the ranks with other soldiers to stand up and defend Singapore. I hope that every one of you will find meaning in your honorable duty to ensure that no Singaporean has to live under the rule of another nation again. As part of our efforts to preserve our heritage and to keep our sense of who we are, we will be gazetting Fort Siloso as a national monument. Built to defend Singapore from a seaward attack in the south, it was, however, not enough to prevent an invasion from the north. It is a reminder that more must be done to defend Singapore from all sides of attack. It was also a reminder that there must be defense against all types of threats, and that is why we have total defense. Total defense is more than defending our country against armed conflict from external aggressors and provocations. It is also about our people coming together with a shared spirit, coming together to contribute to the common good, persevering through our challenges, our trials, and our threats, and recognizing that military might and superior firepower is not our only threat. Past threats to Singapore have indeed come from different forms, from the Asian financial crisis in 1997, the specter of terrorism after 9/11, and of course to the SARS outbreak in 2003, and even today, as we continue to battle the COVID-19 pandemic. But through all of this, the spirit of solidarity and strength behind total defense has been and will continue to be key to our fight against adversities and our continued thriving as a nation. It has allowed our pioneers to prevail against all odds, and it will allow us to overcome our current challenges. We have seen this best demonstrated in our fight against COVID-19. There were no doubt darker moments, but within which silver linings emerged. We saw the best being brought out in our community as people came together to protect one another, look after and care for one another, especially putting the needs of the vulnerable, our seniors and our frail, ahead of everyone else. Circuit breaker and heightened alert episodes tested our mental resilience, but we stayed hopeful and optimistic, supporting one another. We reinforced our psychological defense by taking part in various activities to signify our solidarity, such as singing National Day songs together and cheering our frontliners with words of encouragement and support. I know it's a long battle, but as long as we continue to care for the people around us, we will emerge stronger than before. And I'm confident that together we will prevail against COVID-19. I'm sure all of you know that threats to Singapore will only continue to evolve. With greater digitalization, we will have to combat disinformation campaigns, cyber attacks, and of course, most recently, the headlines scams. We must be alert to how these operations can sow distrust and erode the bonds that we have built up in our community amongst Singaporeans, with each other, and also with our institutions in Singapore. Our social defense, therefore, depends on us staying united as we strengthen trust with one another. We must continue to have the fighting spirit to press on, even in difficult moments, by being resilient and coming together to overcome crisis. As part of the Total Defence Day activities this year, Sport Singapore and Nexus, MINDEF, have conceptualized the Game On Nila Total Defence Trail. I will be launching the trail later this morning, and I encourage all of you to explore the trail with your family and with your friends. The trail features various sites and landmarks that represents the pillars of total defense and actions that we take to keep Singapore safe, strong, and independent. In fact, the floating platform that we stand on today is one of the 6 locations on this total defense trail. So on that note, as I conclude, look around Singapore's city skyline around us. Look at what we have built over the years. And let us reflect on the lessons from the fall of Singapore 8 years ago today, and the struggles and sacrifices that we have made, our forefathers have made, to get us here to where we are today. Let us stand united with confidence and purpose to keep our nation strong and free. I wish all of you the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May we now invite Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Ashari, Commanding Officer, Basic Military Training Center School 2, up on stage to lead in a recitation of the SAF Pledge. Sir, please.
First, steady. Here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
First, tahat. Steady. Here.
We, members of the Singapore Armed Forces, do solemnly and sincerely pledge that we will always bear true faith and allegiance to the President and the Republic of Singapore. We will always support and defend the Constitution. We will preserve and protect the honor and independence of our country with our lives.
First, steady. Here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now witness the weapon presentation ceremony for newly enlisted recruits of the Basic Military Training Center School 2. The weapon presentation ceremony is an important rite of passage for all recruits in the Singapore Armed Forces. This symbolic handing over of arms signifies the commitment of our soldiers to continue to serve and defend our country. Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Ashari will now present the first weapon to recruit Dinesh Alistar Rajendran. Thank you, sir. Contingent commanders will now present weapons to their contingent. Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Ashari will now witness the recitation of the weapons pledge. Sir, please.
Kumulan bendera. Masuk. Bas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the recruits recite the weapon pledge, led by recruit Dinesh Alistar Rajendran.
Up. I hereby swear before this flag that I will be brave, honorable, disciplined, vigilant, and I will take good care of my rifle at all times.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem.
Kumulan bendera, hormat bendera, hormat senja. Ha! Kumulan bendera, rusuk senja. Ha! Kumulan bendera, pula. Bas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Mr. Parade, sir. Baris! Tenang di! Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the weapon presentation ceremony. Please follow the ushers to proceed to the function room for the Game On Miller Total Defense Trail launch. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us at the Total Defense Day Commemoration Event 2022. My name is Joanna Francois and I'm your MC for this second half of the event. So for the audience joining us back at home, we are here to witness at the Marina Bay floating platform. We hope you enjoyed that weapon presentation ceremony to the BMTC recruits against our stunning city skyline. So very shortly, we're going to be commencing with the launch of the Game On Nila Total Defense Trail, so do stay with us. Meanwhile, we'd like to present to you an animation short film produced by Mr. Irvin Han. It's entitled A Short Walk, which commemorates the 80th anniversary of the fall of Singapore to the Japanese Empire in 1942 in World War II. Enjoy. And that was a touching short film by Irvin Han titled A Short Walk Home. Now, once again, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us at the Game On Nila Total Defense Trail launch. Once again, my name is Joanna Francois. I am your MC for this section of the event. A big welcome to everyone joining us via the live stream at home as well. So just a quick introduction. The Game On Nila Total Defense Trail is a collaboration between Sport Singapore and Nexus MINDEF, conceptualized as part of the Total Defense Day 2022 commemorative event activities. The first TD Walking Trail features 6 locations represented by the 6 pillars of total defense. The exploration of the trail on foot does encourage us Singaporeans to keep fit while learning more about Singapore's stories, the actions that individuals and communities can take to keep the country safe, strong, and independent, and deepen our appreciation of total defense as well. So to kick off the launch, let's enjoy a short video on the Game On Nila campaign and the Total Defense Trail. Mr. Edwin Tong, Minister for Culture, Community and Youth, to launch the Game On Nila Total Defense Trail. Minister, sir, please. All good, sir. All you need to do is scan the QR code right there, and that's going to activate the launch. Volunteers had a lot of fun doing that. Now, with that, we have officially launched the Game On Nila Total Defense Trail. May we now invite Minister, CEO of Sport Singapore, Mr. Lim Teck Yin, Chief of Active SG Sport Singapore, Mr. Seng Hock Lin, and Team Nila volunteers Hameza and Sean for a quick photo taking, please. Thank you very much, sirs. You may now take your seats once again. And with that, thank you very much for joining us today. We have now come to the end of the Game On Nila Total Defense launch and the program for today as well. So we hope you have enjoyed the event and that it has inspired you to put total defense into action and, of course, to keep fit while doing so as well. So if you'd like to participate, please visit www.go.gov.sg/GONTD Trail for more information. So don't worry about that. If you didn't catch the link, that's going to be in the comments for you as well. So once again, to everybody tuning in and here as well, thank you for joining us. Stay safe and have a pleasant day ahead. Thank you.